We are here with Mike Baldwin.
Hey,
All right, we got some questions for you, man. All right.
they said I could smoke here.
Did they say that?
They did, yeah. So you ask me whatever you want. I'm content.
All right. So, do you have any pre-show rituals?
Well, I don't know if I would call it a ritual, but yeah, I pretty much every time I do comedy, I will take a nap from like 3 p.m. until 6-ish. Then I wake up, I poop, I take a shower, and then I come and do the show. And I usually smoke weed in the middle of all that somewhere.
Sleep, poop, shower, weed.
Yeah, which is weird because, you know, like, if you have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday week, then Thursday night you drink a little bit and then you wake up at like 8 in the morning. So then your nap starts around 2 or 3. But then Friday you're up until like 1 in the morning. So then you don't wake up until a few hours later. So then you don't get tired to take a nap until a few hours later. So by the time Sunday rolls around, then you wake up at like noon. And then it's like 6:30 by the time you're like, man, I need a nap. And then the show starts at 7. So Sunday's always the hardest.
So you got to strategically time out your naps.
You should, but I never do. I always just drink too much.
All right, man. Next question. Are there any subjects that you will not touch on?
Well, like, as a comic, you know, like there's nothing that you shouldn't be able to joke about. It should be 51% funny or more. Okay? So like if you're being political, political's not if you're being like offensive to as long as it's funnier than it is the other thing, then it's fine. What was the question again?
Are there anything you won't talk about?
I don't really like to joke about fatness. I come from a fat family, so I feel like I've seen comics before be like this fat bitch in the front row, and he's like, everybody knows, and everybody's like, oh, like that kind of stuff. I don't like to call people out on their.
So obesity is the only thing off limits?
I'm not saying it's off limits. You can still do fat jokes, but I don't like to make fun of people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't think that's funny.
So at the end of the day, just be funny. Nothing's off limits, as long as it's funny.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you had to get brought up to one song for the rest of your career, what song would it be and why?
The thing that pops out in my head is I don't know what it's called. It's like an old classical song or something, but you've heard it definitely, and it goes bum 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 bum, right? And so some guys randomly on YouTube like 10 years ago had this friend named Mike Baldwin, who was not me, and they made a video of them singing that song with my name in it. And so they go, Mike Baldwin, Mike Baldwin. Like if it was up to me, then yes, that song would be played all the time. Like a professional, like big, like classical
like
orchestra playing it, like that would be what I want.
All right, that's a great choice.
Thank you.
Getting brought up to your name in a song.
Right?
Done by an orchestra. All right, so what did your parents say about you pursuing comedy?
They were pretty supportive. They asked me to get a part-time job lots of times, and I always refused. Because I started comedy when I was like 18, you know, so like my college years or whatever, I was just doing comedy. So, you know, my mom would be like, why don't you just get a part-time job, just something that you can do on the side to make some money and pay some bills or whatever. I was still just living with them, you know. And I'm like, I can't. Like, what if comedy calls right now? And it's like, hey, do you got to do a show tonight? And I'm like, I can't. I got to work at some job. My parents, like, it obviously didn't make sense, you know. They were like, no, get a job. And I'm just like, no. It took me a good 5 years before they were like, all right, you can just do comedy.
So they were supportive, but also realistic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yep.
Makes sense.
It's a good way to put it.
All right, so if you could have a conversation with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I would have a conversation with, oh God, probably my dad.
Your dad?
My dad died, so yeah, I would like to have a conversation with him.
Okay. Is there anything specific you'd ask?
No, I don't know. I'd just like to talk to him again, you know?
That's fair.
All right.
All right. Is there name one comic that most people don't know about that you love and think other people should know about?
Oh, do you know who Mike Baldwin is? I feel like not enough people know who that is, and God, I love that guy.
It's a good guy.
Yeah,
Check that guy
he's
out.
so funny.
How can they find that guy?
I don't know, on the internet or something probably. Just Google him.
Plug all your things.
I have a website. It's comedianmikebaldwin.com. I have, you know, Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and YouTube and Pandora and fucking.
Tinder. You got Tinder.
I'm on Tinder. I'm on. I was gonna say Match, but no, I'm on OkCupid.
Not on Match.
Right?
I'm
No,
better than Match.
I am. Well, no, I'm worse than Match because Match costs money.
Oh god.
Right? Like I'm not to the point in dating where I'm like, I'll spend money to
I'll
go on
pay
a
for
date.
this.
Like I'll pay for the date,
Yeah.
but I'm not paying to get the date that I then also have to pay for it. That's funny. I might remember and talk about that.
All right, Mike. It was really good seeing you.
Is that it?
Great weekend, man.
Nice. Thanks a lot. Good job tonight.